Well, hello, guitar players. This video is all for you. Practice techniques and tips to get the most out of your practice session. Parents, also, what you should be listening for when your kids are practicing to know that they're getting the most out of their guitar lessons. Let's grab that guitar, shall we? First things, we want to make sure we're in the proper positioning. Proper posture is everything. I like to use a guitar, an office chair, because it keeps my right foot elevated slightly so that my guitar is in the proper position. I used to cross my legs all the time, but that's really not the best positioning for you. It's really better to keep your legs grounded on the floor and your right leg slightly elevated, about 3 inches or so off the ground, and then your left leg relaxed. The other thing we want to make sure, of course, we're not playing with our guitar like totally parallel against our body, but give yourself some room, your left hand some room to breathe. You're going to need to be playing some chords and moving up and down the fretboard. Also want to make sure we're not like slouching on the couch or playing like a lute or a cello. Either of those things aren't super effective for playing the guitar, so we're going to make sure that we sit up nice and tall, good posture the whole way across. Of course, the next thing is tuning, right? Don't want to play with an out-of-tune guitar. I like to keep my tuner on the back of my guitar neck, just like that. And then most people don't even know it's there. And some people's like, wow, do you have perfect pitch? Yeah, no, not at all. Nope, I just have a tuner on the back of my neck. Okay, there's my A, D, G, D, and the E. Okay, so eat a darn good breakfast early. I have all my strings nice and in tune, and we are ready to play. Next thing is warm-ups, right? And I know most of you that get into this position, this level, already are pretty familiar with your warm-ups, and you're doing these every day. We're working on our pluck and play technique, so making sure that every single note is smooth and connected all the way across, just like that, right? Even from string to string, you can play nice and smooth. Definitely don't want to be hitting this. Yep. That's a whole bunch of no. We're just not even going to do that. When you're ready, when you feel comfortable with the notes, and it's time to add the metronome. Start slow. When you feel comfortable with that, your teacher's going to let you know when it's time to start increasing the speed on your metronome. 120 is passing speed. By the time you can play it with no mistakes, right? If you make a mistake, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep going? No! We're going to go back and try it again. We missed a note. Every single note is worth hitting. Nice and clean. Oh, I missed a note. Like legit. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back. But it's okay. It's totally fine to go back. You have limitless lives. This is like Minecraft or something, right? Don't you have limitless lives on Minecraft? Can you do it without looking? You should be able to play this without staring at your left hand. Your left hand needs to know the distance as well as your right hand. This is your workhorse right here, okay? So we're practicing our scales to get accustomed to moving across the fretboard, finding the correct note up and down the strings. Keeping your left hand grounded, your right hand grounded, this guy right here grounded on the guitar, and your fingers will learn the distance between the strings. Okay, so now that we're nice and warmed up, we're ready to actually hit our song, and you're going to be working through chord songs with your teachers. We're learning how to play rhythm guitar with some fun licks thrown in every now and then, right? So I'm looking at this fun tune from Tangled. This is When Will My Life Begin? Playing in the key of E. Some really beautiful sounding chords here for this song. And first things first, we gotta learn the strumming pattern, right? We gotta learn the strumming pattern, we gotta learn the chord. Which might take a couple days of just getting that under your fingers about where the chords go, the transitions, all that. Eventually, we're going to add a metronome. So final tempo is 108. Maybe I'll start 80s usually. Good spot. And we're really locking in there. We're learning how to listen to our guitar and a really annoying ticking thing at the same time. A lot of students find it helpful to tap their foot along with the guitar, with the metronome. Your right hand is doing its thing. We're finding our groove. What if it's really hard to find the tempo? That's when the subdivisions are super helpful. You can't ignore them as well. That's part of it. Let's start on the B chord like we're supposed to. That one might not be as useful if we were using this as an example because of all the upbeats, but it's a possibility. Your teacher might also be able to record tracks for you at various speeds. At some point, though, you are going to get to start speeding up, and eventually we're going to be up to 108. And here's where the real fun begins. We get to play with tracks. We are rhythm guitar players, and we get to play with other people. That's really where the fun begins. So my great helper here is going to start my track for me, and we get to play along with the original band of Tangled. Go ahead. All right. And you can find yourself playing with all sorts of really fun songs along the way. And you should be passing a song every, depending on the difficulty and the level of new things that have been introduced. One month is usually a really good benchmark. And sometimes up to 2, depending on if you're preparing for a performance or something like that. But so this is a good mode of accomplishment that you should be looking for. Your practice sessions should take at least a half an hour. You just got to spend the time. That's really about spending the time with your instrument. And that time spent in the shed, figuring it out in the backwoods shed is going to be well spent, well invested into your future musical career. Hopefully this was helpful. I am always here for any questions, comments, concerns you may have or need. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Okay, you guys, I'll see you soon.